Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to the first video. I'm just gonna go over what I'm gonna do on this channel and mainly just get into today's topic. So, basically, I'm from Houston. I've been writing for a year, and mainly what I'm gonna do on this channel is just background. It's supposed to be like background type videos, if that makes sense. Like, pretend you're like doing homework or something, and you could just play something in the background and just have motorcycle video commentary there. That's it. I'm mainly going to talk about like mental health and a lot of other topics that are usually harder to talk about. And I'm not targeting certain audiences. If you like my content, you could stay, but I'm mainly doing this because it's gonna be a way that I can express myself as well. I'm just gonna be talking about like men's mental health, not saying I won't talk about women's mental health, obviously, but mental health in general, and just a way to like talk about problems. So like for me personally, I'm actually going through a breakup right now. And honestly, this motivated me to start my YouTube up. Me and this girl were together for like maybe 8 months. We were actually engaged too. But yeah, that didn't, God has a plan for everything. But honestly, I have never been more motivated in my life to start something. And I noticed that the relationship wasn't really healthy. There's just stuff that wasn't being respected both ways. And I mean, yeah, it just didn't work out. Sometimes people just don't work out. But honestly, it was for the better. Honestly, I came out a better man out of that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So for my channel in general, it's mainly just gonna be a BikeYap session. I'm literally just gonna talk about whatever I think about. So I'm really into soccer too. I love Liverpool, my all-time team. I have been supporting them since I was probably like 10 years old, probably. I'm older now, but this season's gonna be good. I don't even care. We signed so many good players, and just let it happen. Let it happen. Let the games begin, bro. I cannot wait. But yeah, I'm going back to me writing. I've been writing for like a year now. And throughout writing, you meet a lot of people. Like, that's one thing I was not expecting. Throughout the year, I've made so many friends and even reconnected with older friends. So like people from high school that got bikes, and instantly we like connected, like we were hanging out every day since high school ended. It's crazy. But yeah, there's like two of my friends that are from high school that I've recently rode with. And I couldn't be happier, honestly. It's like those friendships go a long way, and you have no idea. Like, sometimes you just need to reconnect with people, and it's good for you. I've also made new friends. One of my friends, in fact, I was supposed to ride with him last week, but that didn't happen, but it's whatever. But he's very trustworthy, and honestly, it goes back to saying you shouldn't trust everybody you meet, which is understandable, especially in the motorcycle scene. It's kind of iffy. It's like 50-50. Either you're like a hardcore felon, or you're a good felon, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you just know when you meet them. There's some people that also, they'll become very close to you, but then they'll distance off. And that, I've noticed that whenever people upgrade bikes. So like, for instance, one of my old friends, he started off on what the hell did he start off on? He started off on I think it was a 650. Yeah, he started on a 650, a Ninja 650. And as soon as he got a 600, dude just disappeared. I don't know. Well, I mean, it makes sense too. None of us could really keep up with him, and he was a lunatic. But it's still nice to have had that friendship, if that makes sense. You learn a lot of new things about people, like just in general, it's like all of this is a learning experience, whether it goes back to that breakup or even just meeting new people. Everything is a learning experience, and it's better to take everything positively rather than negatively. And I noticed when I was probably younger, I would take everything negatively. And I noticed once I switched that mentality and switched to everything happens for a reason and that I could come out a better person from this, I don't really let things phase me. Yes, I could get fucked over. Yes, this and that could happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm bettering myself as a person. I'm learning more things about myself. I'm learning to keep and hold on to connections, and I think that's very important too. Um, so yeah, I've been in Houston for like, damn, it's been a while. I've been here since I was 7, and not gonna go straight into details, but I'm 23 now, so it's been a while. I'm actually from Lake Charles, Louisiana, so I've been there since I was 7, but I feel like that's my hometown no matter what. Like, I grew up most of my life in Houston, but I don't think I could ever call it my true home because Lake Charles was, I don't know, there's just something so homey about it. It's like smaller too. So, I don't know. People mainly go there for gambling since it's legal in Texas, but I don't know. If y'all ever go to Lake Charles, like, you could just feel the small town vibes, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. But honestly, not saying I would move back, but I feel like there's like a peace that comes with living in smaller towns. Like, for instance, living in Houston, I feel like I've been included in so much stuff, if that makes sense. Like, stuff that wouldn't happen in a small town. And that, I think it comes with pros and cons. Sort of like, if you're like looking for a job, that means more connections, but that also means more bad people. I don't know. I'm still learning that. But I don't know. I like Houston too. I mainly grew up in like um, Sugarland area. But honestly, the people I've met here, the people I've learned from, I couldn't have asked for it any other way. And honestly, it turned out for the best. But yeah, no, couldn't be more blessed, honestly. Um, yeah, one thing I recently learned that was honestly very hard for me to overcome was actually talking about your problems and voicing them to not just your friends, but your family as well, because they care. Um, I grew up not knowing, but like in the mindset where men shouldn't talk about problems and that emotion in general is weak. So it's always been harder for me to talk about stuff. But I feel like recently, especially this year, um, talking about stuff doesn't show weakness. But there's always that internal thing where, oh, I'm a man, I shouldn't talk about this. I should just ball it in and thug it out, basically. Which, in turn, yes, it'll work for a while, but it's like a bomb waiting to go off, and it's really not worth it. But I feel like talking out and voicing your problems to friends, family, you get different perspectives of everything, and it's like you can see what you don't see, if that makes sense. You get to see how people see problems, and not just that, you get to see if they all agree on the same thing. So like, whether it be relationship things or like, oh, me and my girl get into an argument. Not saying you should tell everybody about your relationship. That's between you and your spouse or your significant other, which I at the end of the day, I agree. Everything that happens between you and your spouse should stay between y'all. until it leads up to a breakup. But that's how I see it. That's just me personally, because I feel like maybe I wasn't seeing something. For me, it's like I always feel like I'm fucking up, which it's not a it's not a terrible mindset, but it's not good either, because you overlook that other person's flaws and you just keep thinking that you're messing up. And that usually tends to people getting either led on or just fucked over, honestly. And I feel like voicing out, you get to see how that situation could be different, or you could see how you can change that situation, if that makes sense. So like, if I'm having a problem at work and I tell my best friend about it, I'm like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the outcome is still not changing, he'll be like, hey, why don't you try this instead of that and see if the outcome becomes different. So you get to see different perspectives on things. And honestly, I think that's very important. And no, it is not weak. I'm telling y'all, bro, it is not weak. It's not. Yes, but be very picky on who you open up to. That's one thing I'll say. Because not everybody needs to hear your shit, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, the homeboys. Like, they need to hear that shit sometimes, you know? Like, I only trust like maybe 2 people with my shit from my guys. Because, I don't know, just other people in general. Like, if they're not super close to you, there's no need to tell them anything. Because they don't know your best interest. They don't know you good enough to know your best interest. And honestly, your closest friends will give it to you bluntly. Like, whether you're fucking up or that situation is messing up, like, there's no need to cave that shit in, because it doesn't solve anything. And I had to learn that recently too. But I know in the end it always gets better. You just need to speak up, honestly. And I know it's hard. It's super fucking hard. But it's not gonna get better. Not every situation and problem has to be dealt alone. And that I recently just learned this after like 23 years of living. And I honestly, I've it's helped. Like, surprisingly, it's helped. And I don't feel bad. Obviously, I don't feel great, but like, I still feel better than I would have if I didn't said anything, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just going on right now. But, yeah, no, man, it is not weak to show emotions. I'm not saying show emotions to your bitch. Wait 6 months in and then do it. Like, I'm being so dead ass. If you show that emotional side to them, you are gone. They are gone, bro. Like, goodbye. Don't do that shit. I'm telling y'all now. But anyways, I don't know. But thanks for tuning in. I'm not gonna say I have a schedule, but I'm gonna try to upload 2 times a week, just based on how I'm feeling, and honestly, if I feel like I need this rant session. But most likely I'm gonna upload twice a week, mainly maybe Mondays and Fridays, just as like a detox. And honestly, y'all can have this on in the background. Y'all can actually watch the videos. It's just gonna be me writing and ranting, honestly. And if y'all ever want me to talk about something, just leave it in the comments, because I'm willing to talk about anything. I don't care. But thanks for tuning in again, and look out for videos. So I will post reels, and I'm just gonna repost, like, for the first part, I'm just gonna repost my reels that I've already posted on my social medias. But soon enough, I'll start making reels again too. And I feel like I took a break, which honestly, my Instagram users and my TikTok users that see this, I did take a break for a while. And yes, it was during that engagement period, but I just didn't have any motivation to do anything, honestly. It was just work, work her, legit. But no, I'll start uploading more often. I'll start keeping up with my stuff. And honestly, I probably just needed a detox from social media, but I feel like I'm motivated again. I'll start posting more. And honestly, this is fun. I love doing this now. It's actually been so fun, and especially on Instagram, making those small videos that I've been making for a while. It's fun. I don't know how to explain it. Like I like it. I get to talk about mental health stuff that, especially guys' mental health, that is so overlooked. And I hate that shit. I hate it so much because there's people like, I don't know, just people in general always putting guys down, which we don't deserve it. Especially the good guys, we don't deserve it. Not saying the bad guys don't deserve it, but they deserve it too. But yeah, no, look out for more content on the way. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and leave in the comments whatever y'all want me to talk about. But yeah, stay tuned. Bye.